Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Olly's Farm, and today you join me here on the farm and the sugar beet here is being loaded with this massive wheel loader you can see in the distance there. It's basically got a massive sugar beet bucket on the front, which it's loading the sugar beet with into like a conveyor belt where it's then going into the lorries, and it is then going to be taken to the Cantley sugar beet factory. So I've just mind out of the way. It's quite a big machine, as you can see. Absolutely massive wheel loader. It can lift about 4 to 5 tons in that bucket there. It is an absolute monster. But look at that bucket. The amount of material you can get in the front there. The wheels on the back slightly going up there as he gets a full load. It's a toe tip bucket, so basically you can lift the whole bucket up in the air when you load it, and basically that enables the operator to not have to lift the bucket up so much. That's it. He can just quickly dispense the bucket and then return to scooping up another load. A 434S JCB. See, it's got the wheels going up a bit there. Heavy old load. And I don't know if you can see actually in the bucket there, but basically it's got bars instead of having a flat bucket, so that the soil from the sugar beet can actually fall through the bucket. So basically sugar beet isn't being loaded with the soil, it's basically just being cleaned a little bit. So that's down to the bars on the bucket there. And also as well, when you put the sugar beet into the elevator, it's just cleaning through the sugar beet. As it's going through the hopper there, you can see there's some webs underneath. And any small bits of beet, or like for example the green tops there and soil, are falling through the bottom there, and then the sugar beet is being elevated up to the top where it's then loaded into a lorry. And this is the contractor who's come to do this job today. W. Lanham and Sons Limited. So there you are, guys. If anyone needs any sugar beet loading around the Norwich, Norfolk area, that's who you can call. Yeah, you can see the material there is building up quite a bit. There's quite a lot of small bits of sugar beet there, and also green beet tops there. Absolute beast, this machine. And this lorry should be loaded now, so you can see the man in the wheel loader here can lift up the elevator there, and they're just checking the weight on the lorry, and this lorry is full, so it's now on its way to the Cantley sugar beet factory. And behind us here is another lorry which has been waiting in the queue. We've got another lorry up there in the distance as well. It's just non-stop. The toe tip bucket there working nicely. It's going in for another scoop there, and this sugar beet pile is rapidly going down. With all the lorries and the size of that bucket, it is just really going down. And it's quite good as well, because as you can see on the sugar beet there, it's actually got some snow on it, but it was also quite cold last night and it froze over. So we're quite happy that the sugar beet is actually going now, because the sugar beet itself could actually be damaged when it's exposed to a lot of frost and sunny days like today. So the sooner we can get the sugar beet off to the factory, the better. Basically with this elevator, the man there with the wheel loader can tow it along with this tow bar here, and it goes on the back hitch, and basically he can just take it with him on his way to load up lorries. actually got its own engine in there, and it actually powers itself with the elevator, so there's actually a diesel engine inside it. And as you can see, the machine's got quite big wide tyres on there for the muddy conditions. Ideal as well for spreading the weight of the machine, especially to reduce the compaction on this land. And as you can see in the distance over there, we've got the sugar beet being loaded here, and you can just see the Cantley sugar beet factory right over there in the distance. So that's where the sugar beet's going. Now unfortunately, the sugar beet factory, as the crow flies, it's only 4 miles, but unfortunately there's a river in between the factory and the farm, so the lorries have to actually go on a 24-mile round trip to actually get to the factory. So there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the sugar beet being loaded today. So it's going to be taken to the factory and processed, where it will then be going to be made into sugar. As always, you can follow the Olly's Farm Instagram page, which is ollies.farm in the Instagram search bar. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button down below, and you can also tap the little bell next to the subscribe button to be notified when there is a new episode of Olly's Farm. And as always, do comment, rate and subscribe for plenty more videos to come.